Let's cross now live to Mandurah in Western Australia and catch up with Shadow Defence Minister Andrew Hastie. Thanks for joining us, Andrew.
Good afternoon, Chris.
First up, tell me, were you surprised to learn this morning that the government, the Albanese Labor government, has known since March that there was a serious request from Russia to Indonesia over basing aircraft there?
Chris, unfortunately I'm not surprised because this Albanese Labor government is shifty and the Australian people cannot trust it. But I am still shocked that they have been so reckless with the truth on this very serious question. We're living in a very dangerous world now, and we've just found out today that North Korea has supplied the Russians up to 14,000 troops to fight against the Ukrainians in the Kursk region. So what we have here now is China, Russia and North Korea working together. And it's now become clear that Russia did indeed inquire about an airbase in Indonesia, just on our back doorstep. And we had a Prime Minister who completely minimised this, who made a mockery of it, in fact, by suggesting it was up there with the fake moon landing, when in fact we know it did happen. And this government over the last few weeks has done everything they could to discredit any request for a briefing and also minimise this as a national security issue.
Yeah, well, Anthony Albanese likened it to the fake moon landings. Murray Watt said it was like asking for a briefing on the Loch Ness Monster. Have they been lying to the public about this issue?
I think they have been lying to the public on this issue. There is no way this would not have crossed their desk. And I think they know their national security record is weak. It's been weak for the last 3 years. We've had our ADF personnel pushed around in the Indo-Pacific by the Chinese military. We've had a Chinese flotilla circumnavigate Australian waters, or our continent, and live fire in Australian waters, and the Prime Minister did nothing. And so on the eve of an election, they wanted to minimise this when this should be front and centre, because Australian security is so critical, and this is a very concerning development, and the opposition should be briefed because we need to be making good public policy, good national security policy in the national interest, and they've absolutely done everything they can to stop that.
Are you calling for a briefing now in this final week of the campaign, or is that all too late and you may as well wait till after the election and see who's in charge?
I'll take a briefing any day of this week. We've been asking one for more than a week now, and this is shameful behaviour by the Albanese government.
Is it possible that they might have wanted to downplay this issue and keep it quiet because they don't want to reveal their source for the information from Indonesia? But if so, wouldn't they have been best dealt with that by briefing you so that you could also go quiet if needs be?
I would have happily taken a classified briefing, as would have David Coleman, our Shadow Foreign Affairs Minister, as well as the Leader of the Opposition, Peter Dutton. But we just think the opposition should be included in briefings on this.
Now, I was at a dawn service on Friday in Sydney. I don't think there was a welcome to country unless I missed a brief mention. I'm told at another dawn service in Sydney they had an Indigenous serviceman give a short welcome to country at the start of the service. We know what happened in Melbourne. It was disgraceful to hear those interruptions. But do you believe there's a place for a welcome to country at all dawn services, or is that one of the areas where this ceremony is overdone?
I think Anzac Day is a sacred national day. It's a day of unity where all Australians come together to remember our war dead and to acknowledge and honour those who carry the scars of war, whether they be physical, mental or emotional. So on the question of should we have a welcome to country, or is it appropriate? Do I think it's appropriate that families of the fallen, veterans and regular Australians should be welcomed to their country on the very day they come together to remember those who've died for their country? No, I don't think it's appropriate.